Christmas is a time to remember Jesus, the newborn, not as a Christ the King, not as an almighty God, but a person who remains vulnerable. Very often, we think of the mission of Christ, the miracles of Christ, the teaching and the preaching of Christ, but not too often about the person of Christ. In other words, the humanity of Jesus is to be remembered today.
Christmas invites us to remember that we belong to God and that God loves us and invites us in freedom to love Him.
This is a time when the post offices overflow with greeting cards.
Through the incarnation of Jesus, God is sharing His infinite peace with us.
Christmas is a time to remember Jesus, the newborn baby.
The true meaning of Christmas is called to be the salt and light of the earth.
The humanity of Jesus is to be remembered today.
Christ dwells in the living humanity, and Christmas invites us to remember this reality.
It is a beautiful time to remember our loved ones, exchange greetings and gifts.
Christmas is a feast of love.
Christmas is a time to remind ourselves of God's remembrance of us.
God's love has no boundaries, it goes beyond all limitations.
Christmas calls us to share ourselves with others in whatever possible way in order to build up the kingdom of God on earth.
The birth of Jesus was seen as a light to those in darkness and a sign of hope for the desperate.
Christmas is a reminder that hope is born in our hearts.
Christmas is a sign of God sharing His love with us.
Understanding the true love of God is Christmas.
During this Christmas, we are also called to share our love with others, especially the poor and downtrodden.
God remembers the suffering of humanity and decides to give happiness amidst suffering.
God became human. He took our burden on His shoulder in order to reduce our burden.
Christmas is a time to remember God dwells away in His people.
God shares Himself totally with us for the sake of our salvation.
Jesus comes as light in our hearts to enrich and enlighten our lives. Christmas is the time to remember God's fidelity to His own promise.
Happy Christmas to you. Wish you a Merry Christmas.
Wish you a Merry Christmas.
Wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.